welcome back for more Bible Time Online with Ray Frey.
Rachel, sorry to interrupt.
Yep.
Ray Frey doesn't really work. I've been talking to a few people. I think we should stick to Rachel and Fred.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for the feedback, Fred. Can we move on?
Let's. What are we learning about today?
Well, today is actually a special day. Can you remember why?
I can, Rachel. It's Sunday. I love Sundays because we get up early and I eat Cocoa Pops and watch cartoons. I love Cocoa Pops, but I have to eat Weet-Bix during the week.
Gosh, that sounds tough. But there is another reason today is special. It's Father's Day, when we make a special effort to thank our dads for loving us.
I remember now. I've been working on a present idea for my dad. He reckons homemade presents are the best, which is good because I can't go to the shops.
Right. Well, tell me more. What's the great project?
Well, I thought I'd draw a picture of it, which is hard because my arms don't really work.
You have got little fingers, haven't you? Yeah. Well, that's a great idea. Do you know, I actually have a whole gallery of dad portraits from the church family.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm going to put them up on the screen and I wonder if you recognise any. Take a look at these masterpieces and see who's there.
Wow, they're amazing. Wow. People have worked really hard on those, Rachel.
They have.
I've got another idea, but I might need your help.
Sure. Tell me.
I'm writing a poem and, well, I've got one that you can give your dad.
My dad?
Your dad.
Great, okay,
Ready?
yep.
It goes like this. There was a young lad who became my dad. His name's not Brad and nor is it Chad.
No.
He has a big heart and likes lemon tart. What a wonderful, funny old...
Russell Clark.
Well, that's where I got stuck. And you just saved me. Thanks, Rachel. But I want to write one about my dad, and I can't think of any words to rhyme with dad. Can you help?
Yeah, sure. Let me try.
Okay.
Okay. Let me tell you about my dad. He tells funny jokes that make me glad.
Oh, he does. That's true. Really funny jokes. Okay, my turn. He hugs me tight when I'm sad and loves me still if I get mad.
This thing writes itself.
Oh.
We can keep working on this together later, but let's not forget to do some Bible time.
Oh, okay. Hey, Rachel, is Father's Day in the Bible?
Not exactly, but there is a lot about fathers. One of the names for God is our Father in heaven.
Is it?
And when we follow Jesus, we become part of God's big family. And God's love for us is so big, and He is the perfect Father.
Oh, do you know, I remember a story Jesus told about a loving father. Do you know it, Rachel?
I do, Fred, and I have a video that we can watch together. Let's take a look.
Oh, okay.
Jesus also told them another story. Once a man had 2 sons. The younger son said to his father, "Give me my share of the property." So the father divided the property between his 2 sons. Not long after that, the younger son packed up everything he owned and left for a foreign country, where he wasted all his money in wild living. He had spent everything when a bad famine spread through that whole land. Soon, he had nothing to eat. He went to work for a man in that country, and the man sent him out to take care of his pigs. He would have been glad to eat what the pigs were eating, but no one gave him a thing. Finally, he came to his senses and said, "My father's workers had plenty to eat, and here I am starving to death. I'll go to my father and say to him, 'Father, I have sinned against God in heaven and against you. I'm no longer good enough to be called your son. Treat me like one of your workers.' The younger son got up and started back to his father. But when he was still a long way off, his father saw him and felt sorry for him. He ran to his son and hugged and kissed him. The son said, 'Father, I've sinned against God in heaven and against you. I'm no longer good enough to be called your son.' But his father said to his servants, 'Hurry and bring the best clothes and put them on him. Give him a ring for his finger and sandals for his feet. Get the best calf and prepare it so we can eat and celebrate. This son of mine was dead, but has now come back to life. He was lost and has now been found.' And they began to celebrate.
Gosh, that father was really loving.
Yeah.
His son didn't treat him well at all, Rachel, did he? He made some really terrible decisions. But then, when he came back and said sorry, his father, instead of being angry, he gave him a really big hug.
I know, Fred. It's amazing. Do you know why Jesus told that story?
Oh, can you tell me?
Well, we are like that lost son, and God is like the Father. Jesus wants us to know that God's love is so big, and He's going to welcome us back even when we've done wrong things.
Oh, wow.
Like the Father in that story that Jesus told, God is waiting for us to come back to Him, to say that we're sorry, and to let Him love us.
Oh, wow. Let me get this right. We have two fathers. We have God in heaven.
Yep.
And my dad, who's, I think he's still asleep. Anyway, I told him I'd make pancakes for breakfast, so I better go, Rachel.
Oh.
Thanks for your help with the poem.
My pleasure. And I'll keep thinking of rhyming words for Dad. Let's see. There's rad, add, had. You better go do the pancakes. I'll see you
Bye,
later.
everyone.
Okay, bye.